Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to the Thaumaturge, where today we're going to be a good nephew. We're going to help out old Uncle Sasha.
Hi, Victor. Something held me up. Have you been waiting long?
Just a moment.
Welcome back to our favorite square. A lot of good memories.
We probably had good memories there. Back in the day at least.
That's true, I do have fond memories of this place.
You were so small. You, Ligia, and Petya would always race from the droshky to the booth.
And then we'd hold up the entire line until we finally decided what filling we wanted in our donuts.
And Ligia would always rush you.
That's because she only likes them with plum. Who does that? Anyway, I'm guessing you need my help.
You truly are your father's son. To the point. To the point. All right. It's about a certain incident at the Imperial Hotel.
Let's let Unc tell us in his own words.
I'm all ears.
It's about Petya. At the Imperial Hotel, a boy, fell from a balcony and he's dead. Those hyenas from the Warsaw Courier have already jumped on it.
How is it linked to Petya? Is he alright?
Yes, he's fine. But you see, that wretched balcony is part of his apartment.
Alright then. The young man lost his life during a drinking bout. Well, that doesn't mean it was Petya's fault then, does it?
Who is the guy who died?
Ludwik Krajewski. He and Petya were from two different worlds. You know, the Krajewskis are... they're not wealthy.
There's nothing wrong with that, but how did he and Petya meet?
That you'll have to ask my son.
I didn't know Petya lived at the Imperial. He didn't mention it when I saw him at the funeral.
He rents an apartment. Says he's more comfortable that way. Closer to his friends. You know, I'd like to be more in touch with him.
You're not very close?
Since losing Helena, it's been up and down between us. My work kept me from devoting enough attention to him. Maybe I was too lenient with him.
What exactly would you like me to do, Uncle?
And what role exactly am I here to play, Uncle?
Do what you do best. Use your powers to find out how Ludwig's death is connected to Petya. With all due respect to Stasio, I don't want to make the same mistake judging my only son as he did. I want to know the truth, whatever it is. And those Krajewskis. I know the press is trying to contact them. I fear that without your help, they might publish something untrue.
I'll go see Petya. And where can the Krajewskis be found?
They live in a courtyard-facing apartment of a tenement house, near the Imperial.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. Go. I stay here for a while.
Cool, we've got a mystery. We can speak to Petya, we can speak to the family as well. We can find out more about the family, perhaps. Does that just mean chatting to them, or does it mean snooping around for clues? This might be a clue. Or it might be unrelated. It's a piece of thread. Okie doke, it's just a seamstress. Who keeps doing her thing year in, year out. Ah, you're from the courier, perhaps.
Nobody's home?
They are. They just won't answer the door. Tobiasz Fegin, the Warsaw Courier.
Maybe they want to mourn their son in peace rather than talk to the press.
What are you looking for here?
Information. But I think my methods are more effective.
Then maybe I will leave, and later you can share something. Deal?
We can agree to such matters. We don't have to tell them the truth later.
All right, if I learn anything interesting, I'll share it with you.
Great. It's a deal. I will hold you to your word.
chased him away? Glory be. Thank you. Please, come in before he gets back. Let me at least offer you some tea.
Lovely, we're in.
Thaumaturgy never fails me. There is something here.
Yeah, there is. What have we got? We've got a lady and a child. The lady seems to be in some distress, as you can imagine. And a broken plate. A lifetime of hard work, taking care of his family. He didn't deserve such immense suffering. Photo of a young woman. Not sure how that helps us just yet. This coat with a fur collar. Sewn at a well-known tailor. This gift wasn't chosen to make someone happy. He only simply got bored with the out-fashioned piece of rubbish. And a crumpled medical bill. Okay, that belonged to Zygmunt, who is presumably, yeah, the father of this household. Did the other stuff belong to him as well? Maybe.
Come in. Would you like some tea? My name's Krajewski. Zygmunt.
Viktor Szulski, thank you. Maybe later. I have a question.
Is it about Ludwig? Since you brushed that news hound off. All right. Ask away.
Let's go straight into it. We could ask about the journalist. Get some more... Yeah, actually. I'm still not convinced I understand the dialogue system fully. Is this going to prevent me from asking about the fine items? Or is the fact that it's a lighter colour meaning that it's just like flavour text? Let's ask about the journal.
Do you get invaded by the press often?
Not a day passes without someone knocking at the door, sniffing around, reopening wounds, looking for a scoop. But each one of them also promises money. We're not wealthy, and after Ludwig's death, we have even less.
You could use some money now.
Sure, but I really don't know what I could tell the news hounds.
That's enough. Can I ask you about Ludwig's belongings?
You've looked around by now?
Yeah, we've looked around.
I found a photo of a young woman. Who is she?
This is Hannah, Ludwig's sweetheart. They had been seeing each other for a while. She was here not long ago, after what happened.
In the coat?
An elegant men's coat. Is it Ludwig's?
I don't have the heart to sell it. Ludwig liked it so much. Piecha gave it to him.
Yeah.
I've seen the doctor's bill.
I think this is trash.
I'm not sure about that.
Did Ludwig live here with you?
Not much recently. Piecha kept inviting him to all kinds of places. Parties, dances, horse racing.
Did it happen often?
What? Piecha's invitations? Yes. I would tell him Ruskies were not appropriate company for him.
Perhaps Ludwig was impressed with it all.
You bet. But if you ask me, Piecha was using Ludwig so that others would admire him for spending time with a poor man. So, there you have it.
I don't believe that that was Petya's plan. But that's certainly what this guy thinks. It's a complicated relationship. Petya's goal was to show others he was magnanimous because he was friends with the poor boy. Ludwig wanted to give his fiancée a good life. I'm not convinced about all this. So that's what Zygmunt believes to be true. Was the doctor's bill yours, madam? Maybe it was. Now, there's our man who wants to have a word.
Mr. W.S., what's the hurry? You didn't introduce yourself, but I have my own ways of getting to the truth. W.S. Viktor Szulski. Are you one of those Szulskis? Stanisław's son?
No. What do you want?
Our little deal, remember?
I haven't finished yet. There's a number of things we could say. I suppose it can't hurt to tell him that the family is generally quite poor.
The Krajewskis are in a miserable situation. Ludwig's mother is very sick, and they can hardly make ends meet. The son's death was yet another blow. Soon, they will have to choose whether to do something illicit, or let that woman die.
Sir, what kind of story is that? It's all the same in each of these tenement houses. Oh well, still, it was nice meeting you. In that case, until next time, Mr. W.
Cool. So we've held up our end of the bargain, but we didn't really tell him much about anything. Now, where do these thoughts lead? Is it to here? A candle. Yeah, this was left by Zygmunt. He knows his wife's not long for this world. What can we do about this? I suppose we need to talk to Petya at this point and then see if we can get more answers.
Hello.
Mr. Shulsky, hello. Shall I inform the authorities and hospitals, or shall I wait?
Oh yeah.
Your last visit has become somewhat of a legend.
Oops.
This time it'll be quiet, I promise. I'm here to see Pyotr Voronin.
Is Master Voronin moving out by any chance?
Don't sound so hopeful.
Not that I know of. Why should you care?
The gatherings that the young master deigns to organize are rather noisy and bothersome. The guests have been complaining. Some have left.
Never mind. Where can I find our pest?
Room 213, second floor. You've been there already.
Alright then. So he's a party boy, and nobody likes this. A complaint. Peaceful rest is impossible. People of dubious provenance in the vicinity of his flat. Gasp. Surely not. Okay, so we're looking down this end. Looks like there may have been a party recently. Might still be going on.
So, same thing tonight, gentlemen?
You bet. I'll get some cognac. It will help relax the atmosphere.
So, Petya's over there, chatting with his chums. I guess. This is the balcony. Doesn't look as though there's anything we can learn out there. Broken bottles.
So,
All
same
sorts of
thing
chaos.
tonight, gentlemen?
Someone's sleeping in the bath. And someone's sleeping on the toilet. Or snoozing at least. So I guess we've got nothing to do except chat to our man.
Who's this guy?
It's just my cousin. Hello, Victor. Meet Thomas and Franz. Did you miss me?
Are we going to have to fight them later?
I wanted to see how you've settled in.
Take a look around. It gets quite interesting here during my modest parties. Want some champagne?
About these parties, I think someone got lost on the balcony recently.
It was Papa who sent you, wasn't it? I told him to stay out of this. Tomas, Franz, show my cousin the door.
That didn't take long. Let's rumble. They've both got quite a few focus points. They've both got a reasonable amount of health. This guy has got risk. The first attack on this target will cast a hidden negative state on the attacker. He needs Upir to be damaged. He needs Bukovac to be... well, not to be damaged, but to have his invulnerability removed. That's cool. We can give him, say, Hal. As for this lad, we could attack him, but then we'll get some sort of debuff, perhaps. But heck with it, that's going to happen at some point, so let's suffer everyone. And now we've got bleeding. Okay. What if we use Lelek to transfer that to our foe? It's slow, but it would work. But then we could also use Upir to disable his trait. That's probably a good thing to do. And then as for this guy, maybe we inflict more suffering. Wonderful, they've both got 2 levels of it. And that guy's also exposed, so he's taken increased damage. So we can inflict damage and reduce focus. We could potentially slow him and reduce focus. Let's see, they're both attacking this turn for 10 damage. Let's try and slow that one. And then maybe we use a Veles on this one. 50% chance to just interrupt. That would be nice. If we can at least stop one of these guys from attacking us this turn, that'd be great. We can't stop that guy, it seems. But Veles has interrupted. Good. So we only take 10 damage. We could distract and reduce focus even more. Or we could just keep suffering people. And then Bukovac, if you wanted to attack this lad, maybe. The one that we're not currently attacking. 16 damage. It's a bit slow, but it's quicker than that guy's going to attack, so it's fine. And that guy's only got 9 left, so let's punch him. That should be it. Yeah. Because he's now going to suffer himself into unconsciousness. Easy.
As you can see, I can be stubborn.
Congratulations. Franz and Thomas are tough customers. Well, speak up. I don't have all day.
Something continues to elude us. Can we look around a bit more?
Let me take a look around.
As you wish.
Okay, so we're allowed to peek about. Is that going to reveal anything that we couldn't reveal before? Yes. Men's shoes, arranged in a neat row. So these were the shoes of the boy. One step on the balustrade, one step towards a new life. He'd just signed a document, so everything was on paper. A hairpin. She wanted to fix her hair. Curious. Was there some sort of insurance thing going on? By killing himself, he was able to get the family some cash. It's possible. A matchbox from Lock, Stock and Barrel. The scared person who had the hairpin was imagining getting married. Alright, so we've got a witness. We should go and speak to them before we speak to Petya, I think. It's not a million miles away, the bar, so should be easy enough to get there and find out what we want.
Kept secret from me.
Oh, what we got here? A piece of burned fabric. Someone burning their clothes. Quilting. A laborious technique that reinforces and embellishes the fabric. Maybe this fights off the melancholy. Interesting. Possibly something to do with the tailor's dilemmas? I'm not sure. The fact we drew a conclusion suggests it's an interesting thing to have learned. Now, is that waitress around? Ah, this might be a garment that she's worn before. Hanya's apron. So Hanya is the waitress that we're after. We're probably going to ask the barkeep, and he's going to be like, "Get out of here, you bum," and then the fight's going to happen again. I hope so. I like fights.
Beer?
Information.
I'd like to ask about Hanya.
Hey, Zdenek! There's a stalker here asking about Hanya. Grab your buddies and get them to stop bothering her.
What a surprise. Now, 3 boys. That one's not going to last long. Attack with Veles to disable. That one, though, on that side. First attack on this incurs a counterattack from all enemies. We don't want that. Veles. Let's see. Do you want to attack this guy with, let's see, just a regular quick attack? And then we'll follow up with a diversion. So he's going to get his trait disabled, which means he can now take focus damage. That's him out the way. This guy's going to shank us. 2 damage. Big whoop. So that guy is out of the fight. This guy wants to be attacked with Lelek. And he doesn't have a lot of focus either. This will prevent any traits from being put on us this turn as well. Which is good, because someone was trying to bleed us. We could slow him. And we could also give him a bit more of that to protect us from status effects once again. Now that guy's going to be out of the picture, no trouble. So we'll give him a smack. And as for this guy, he needs Upir. He's also not got a lot of focus. So maybe we just give him a bit of focus reduction. And there goes his trait. We'll follow up by possibly slowing him down. And then let's see. Yeah, it's slow, but we'll reduce his focus with Lelek. And this should take him down to the point that we require. Not a lot we need to do this turn, because we're just going to give him a strong attack next turn. So let's just give him a bop. And now we'll follow that up with a good hard smack. Get wrecked. Hello.
What's going on here? I've just come to work to find all this hustle and bustle. The boss said you asked about me. What is it?
Miss Hanya, I'm Victor. The guy fell off a balcony at the Imperial Hotel. You were there when Ludwig died, weren't you?
I remember no such thing.
I know you went out with Ludwig. It must have been devastating for you.
Once again, I don't know anything.
That's fibs.
If these drunks here were still standing straight, you'd be sorry. Leave me alone.
So she doesn't want to talk about it. That's completely understandable. A postcard signed by Ludwig. She saw an identical signature on the dreaded document. Okay, so she would probably like to be rid of said document. That's good. Bukovac wants to play. Those 3 starfish are just hanging out on the floor still.
Once again, I don't know anything.
Look, we're trying to help.
Holding onto that contract weighs heavily on you. It's unbearable, isn't it? It causes you great pain. Your misery will disappear if you give it to me. You will get your peace, I promise.
I can't take it anymore. I can't. It reminds me of what I don't want to remember. I'll give it to you. Here, their contract.
Thank you.
Okay, so what really happened?
Tell me, what really happened that day?
Ludwig and Pietia were both drunk and made a bet. If Ludwig walked on a railing, Pietia would pay him. A lot. Ludwig was confident. He teetered, and...
Why did you keep the contract?
Why didn't you get rid of the contract? You could have destroyed it.
I wanted to, but I was afraid Pietia would send someone after me to save himself. The contract is proof of his guilt. But it was my idea for them to sign it. The Krajewskis could use some money. We could have gotten married, gotten away. It doesn't matter now. Take it.
I'll be going.
Anya, quit chatting. There's beer to be sold.
I hope you'll use this contract wisely.
What do you mean?
Pietia deserves to suffer after what he did.
It would be nice to give some money to the family. To be sure. I guess we don't need to speak to Petia at this point. We could just go and speak to Uncle Sasha. But I think we'll go back and see him if we can. Maybe he is just an asshole and he was just using the boy to make himself look magnanimous in the eyes of his chums. What's going on there? Are you some sort of demon? Or are you just two people that have sort of phased into one another? If you're a Salator, I'm coming back for you.
Do you need anything else?
I went to see the Krajewskis.
How are they?
They remember how close you two were, how much Ludwig cherished your friendship and your gifts.
Really? The Krajewskis remember me?
What happened that night, from your point of view?
Thanks, cousin. It's hard for me to talk about it. He was my friend. We were having fun. Whiskey, cigars, and other amusements. Ludwig got drunk and went out on the balcony. He yelled something about wanting to get higher, even higher. And then there was a scream and a shriek from down below. I stepped out onto the balcony and Ludwig, he was down there, dead.
How do you want to end it? Your friend is dead. He was someone's son.
Yes, the Krajewskis. I know they're poor, but I can help them with that.
They say the press is interested in them.
I've heard. I'm not worried about myself, but it may damage Papa's reputation. And it could take a toll on the Krajewskis too. I want to protect them. Money is no object.
So he does want to help them.
Hello? Who is it? Did she introduce herself? No, do not let her in under any circumstances.
Hanya?
Damn it.
Wait a minute.
You have an unwelcome guest?
He does.
Mind your own business, cousin.
He's got a flaw, maybe. So we should look for additional arguments to bring out this flaw. Arrogance, perhaps. And there's something going on down in the lobby. Possibly involving Hanya? If we can help ripen the flaw, we could bring it out of him, perhaps. That might prevent more chaos in the future. Who's this lady?
I insist you let me in.
I've already told you, madam. Master Voronin is not here.
Perhaps I could help you somehow. Let's talk.
Please do. Best of luck. I'd do anything for a short break from those annoying guests of his.
I will get to that bastard no matter what. Don't even try to throw me out.
Quite the opposite. I can help you. But first, I'd like to know why he didn't want to let you in.
Because he's afraid to look me in the eye. And I'm carrying his child.
Gosh.
I see. Pietya should hear the joyful news. Please give me a moment.
Okay, there's all sorts of stuff going on now. It just gets more complicated. Now, where's the concierge's thoughts leading? Paint. Streaks of paint. Concierge looks at the inscription. He's going to clean it up. Right then. Now let's go and see Ludwig's family. See if we can't get them to accept some cash. It won't bring Ludwig back, but it will perhaps help keep Maria alive.
Mr. Krajewski, is there a sum of money that could, at least to some extent, make up for the loss of Ludwig?
No money can undo what happened.
But it might solve other problems. I will insist.
One more thing.
That's enough.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how that worked, but yeah, accept the money, you stubborn man.
You want justice for your son, but your wife is dying. You have no choice. That's why you will take the money I'm offering.
I'll accept the money.
And you won't tell anyone about it, especially the press.
No one.
Wonderful, so at least they're going to be alright. They're going to get the money. Now, we could go and speak to Uncle Sasha, but I think that's probably the end of the quest. So we want to do everything else that we can first. What have we here? Today's newspaper. The concierge's rage. The eyes read the words, but thoughts revolve around the young master Voronin. Maybe we can get him back without getting fired. Maybe we can. Profit and loss. Important guests cancel their stays and the balance is negative. Okay, so yeah, letting in the woman will definitely vex our boy, and that possibly causes floor to ripen.
Mr. Shulsky, can I help you?
Lelek, lend me a hand here.
Think about it. This lady can get away with doing a lot more to hotel guests than you ever could. Remember, she will only make life miserable for Pietia.
That's true. I hope the young master is happy to see you.
That's incredible. Thank you. I will go bring that bastard to his senses. Please join me. It will be quite the spectacle.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
You let her in? Are you out of your mind?
You should ask yourself that question. Don't act like a brat. You're going to be a father.
Get out of here. I told you I would pay. Leave me alone.
I hope life teaches you a lesson someday.
Why are you standing like that?
We're just looking out for a flaw.
I can see something interesting in you, cousin.
What the hell are you talking about?
Let's see, we could bring up the contract.
I know about your contract.
What contract?
You prepared it with Ludwig before he started learning to fly, in case you didn't pay.
What are you going to do with it?
Maybe I'll give it to the press. Or Uncle. How about that?
Why did you come back? To harass me? Your father should have drowned you rather than send you to Paris.
Soon you will be free and you will take it all back.
I've got that contract, by the way.
I found the contract you signed with Ludwig before he fell.
So Hanya told you everything? Maybe that's for the best. I don't care what you do with it. I don't want to see that piece of paper. I hung around with Ludwig just for show, to be honest. He didn't deserve it.
Now, when you say he didn't deserve it, do you mean that he didn't deserve you manipulating him?
Are you alright?
Yes. I haven't felt this good in a long time. It's like someone lifted a shroud from my head.
Good.
I was a little harsh on you.
Don't mention it. Although, if you want to make it up to me...
Then?
I know a girl who is waiting for your apology.
Damn. Anna.
Wonderful. Maybe he'll also leave the hotel. Maybe everything will work out in the end. Well, except for poor Ludwig. No sign of Cuz. I guess he has gone to find Anna and apologise to her. So the family are going to get the cash they need. The press have been kept out of it. Petia's going to apologise to Anna and hopefully take some responsibility. And we've removed the flaw from him, so I think everything is going to work out more or less as well as it possibly could. Uncle Sasha will be pleased that the press aren't getting involved, I'm sure.
Tell me, boy, what's up?
We have information.
We need to talk about Pietia.
Great. Yes, you know what? Let's start walking again. It's kind of stuffy here, you know. And on the bench, I'll be able to think straight about what you're saying. Well, shoot, boy. No matter how much it hurts.
Now, do we cover for Petia? Or do we admit that it was about a bet? I don't feel the need to cover for him. They had a bet. It was born out of Pietia's selfishness, but the flaw has been removed, so it's not going to happen again.
Ludwig and Pietia got drunk and they made a bet. Ludwig had to walk on the railing for a large sum of money from Petya. You know how it is.
Petya. Petya. What have you done?
Bloody trams. Shut up a bit. We're trying to have a conversation here. Now, we could say everything else.
There's one more thing. Evidence. Proof of Petya's complicity. I believe you should have it.
He's a sad man.
En parlant de Krajewskis, they agreed on a deal.
What deal? What did you do? Did you pay for their silence?
Yeah.
Actually, it was Petya.
My son? Have you got anything else?
Just wait a moment for this tram to go past, and then... Yeah, congratulations.
Well, you'll soon be a grandfather, Uncle. Congratulations.
So, my son will have an illegitimate child. Who is the poor girl?
The important thing is he wants to take care of her. He's taking responsibility.
Responsibility. Damn it, Victor. He should have thought that before.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
That's all, Uncle.
Thank you for taking care of that matter. I believe that if your younger self had that kind of support, your life could have been different.
Tell me, what will happen to Petya now?
He will, as you said, take responsibility and marry the mother of his child. I will make him, if I have to. I will have to talk with him about what money shouldn't be used for. And you should remember it too, Lord.
But, Uncle, otherwise they could go to the press.
Maybe so, Victor. But I thought you knew better.
What are you going to do with that contract?
What do you think I should do?
That's your business, really. You could destroy it. But if you didn't like me bribing the family to not go to the press, then would you want us to talk about destroying evidence? I think it's your business.
I don't know.
It's getting late. I'll take a walk and think. Good night.
Good night, Uncle.
Okay, so he's not incredibly happy with us, old Uncle Sasha. But I think we resolved things pretty well. He's complaining about buying the silence of the family. But if we hadn't, then they would be poor and Maria would probably die. Unless he was going to offer them some money himself, but we couldn't know that. So I'm pretty happy with how that's played out. Next time we'll probably have a look at inspirations from the tailor. It looks as though we have got markers for it though, so maybe I'll just follow this one for a bit before we wrap up. See if it leads us anywhere exciting or if it's just leading us to a different garage to the one we were just stood next to. What have we got here? The fashion review. Aha! Fall season is in full swing. Winter coat cuts with heavy quilted fabrics and thick furs. So this side quest may well just be roam around and click on things. And then you're good. We'll have to see. Now it's telling us to go that way only. Is that because it's telling us to go to the tram stop? Probably. But we don't like trams. We like carriages. And this one wants us to go back to the northern section. And now it appears we have a couple more options. But I think we'll save those options for next time. We've done what I feel to be good work today, even if the game doesn't seem entirely thrilled by it. And next time we're going to help out our tailor friend, and then we'll probably be back on the main quest. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.